seen anything like that. No good. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
Go ahead. Hit it, Roy.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program where we talk to sports and other stuff, like the summer. Yeah, that's right, kids. Summer is almost over. Speaking of which, why does Simon Cowell like going to the beach?
I don't know.
He's always looking for the next starfish. Now that's a joke if I may say so myself. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my grits. That's right. I'm Roy Harter, and here's your host, Mr. Eastside David McDonald, everybody.
Thank you so much, Roy. Thank you so much, as it's a Davey Mac Sports Program, Monday, August 25th, 2025. And Roy, I always despise your introductions. They're always crazy, and you're clearly stealing. You're going to some online, quick jokes for toddlers page. I will say I'm now enjoying the post-joke ramble where it's, either you gloating about your introduction or you threatening Robert, myself, and the audience if we don't laugh at your weird introduction.
That's right, buddy. Did you like the Alice quote I got in there? Remember the sitcom Alice?
Yes. All of a sudden, Alice, what was that show? Alice's Restaurant?
I think it was just called Alice.
Alice,
Kiss My grits. That was,
Alice's
Merle.
Restaurant is the song. That's why I was always confused. I was like, wait, there's an Alice's Restaurant, but then there's an Alice with some, kiss my grits, Mel.
Kiss my grits. That's right.
Yeah,
it was,
hey, Mel, stop in today, in 2025, it would be like, stop being so sexual harassment, Mel.
yeah.
Look, Mel. Stop with your verbal masculine toxicity, Mel. And be like, wow, I really miss when she just said kiss my grits. That was funnier.
Yeah. A sitcom based on a single unwed mother diner waitress. What an interesting concept.
In the South.
In the South,
Yeah, in the South, which is a little, because they had, Rhoda or whatever, like, she's a single girl in New York City, that girl or whatever, Jennifer Aniston's mom. Like, there was a lot of 70s single lady in New York City, but single lady in the South was a little original because, single lady in the South at that time meant hooah.
That's right. That's right.
She was a hooah.
You know who started this whole feminist sitcom thing? It was, I'll tell you, it was Laverne and Shirley, David. That's where it all started.
I don't know about that.
They got their own. Now they got their own TV shows and everything, man.
Schlemiel, Schlamatzel, Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated. I was like, what the shit is that? Is that some like a German, goddamn cold corporation that's like about to take over America? Like, what's Schlemiel, what's Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated? Like, Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated really sounds like someone who makes like Nazi spyware. Like, where did you get that pencil that recoils? I got it from Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated, of course. I get all my Nazi spy equipment from Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated. I've got this button on my shirt, and I throw it at the man, and it explodes in his eye. Where did I purchase it? Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated, of course. Hello, my name is Haas and Pfeffer. Julian Haas and Pfeffer from Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated. If you need the best in Nazi spy tech and Nazi weapons from the Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated, we've got an Uzi. Only $99.99. That's right. Get an Uzi. I know it's Japan, but we was Axis. Germany, Japan, we was friends like this. From the Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated right now. 50% off all Volkswagens. Yes, you heard that right. It's 50% off all Volkswagen. Right right? We give you Volkswagen swear. If you have an enemy, the tires will explode. Right? From the Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated, for all your Nazi spy tech and weapons, Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated. It's insane.
Good one, Dave.
Roy and 25 people from Long Island, New Jersey, grew up in the 80s, understood that tagline as.
Oh yeah, we got that crazy Eddie reference for sure.
Crazy Eddie. And then, unfortunately, Crazy Eddie went to jail for ripping
tax
off
evasion,
everybody, and all the Crazy Eddie stores went away.
Yeah, tax evasion. That was pretty crazy.
He really was Crazy Eddie. Wow.
Yeah.
So we're starting the show off with a lot of joy, laughter, because I'm delaying, really, what I want to discuss first, and that would be the New York Yankees.
Oh,
garbage, goddamn dumpster fire, which is the New York Yankees franchise. Now, it was December, ladies and gentlemen, of 2023 when we did yet another hit song that, by the way, gentlemen, has gone over the 100,000 view mark on Twitter, just for clarification, in case anyone looks it up on YouTube. But forget Tom Brady got the 100,000 views on YouTube. But right now we've gotten over 100,000 because I've tweeted it multiple times, and then I added them all up, and we're at 140,000 views for Fire Brian Cashman. Now,
very nice.
I said that we made this video 2 years ago. And the reason why we made that video 2 years ago is because the Yankees did not make the playoffs. Okay. Multiple times under Brian Cashman's general manager tenure, he's missed the playoffs. Yeah, he's also been there for a long, long, long time. But nevertheless, they missed the playoffs in 2023. You know, they missed the playoffs in 2018, was it? Or 2016? They missed the playoffs in 2008. And they're in danger of missing the playoffs again this year. They play the Boston Red Sox these past 4 days, where they lead the Red Sox in the division. They're not in first. Toronto Blue Jays are in first place. The Yankees, before Thursday, were in second in the AL East, and they were in the first wild card spot. They play the Boston Red Sox. They lose 3 out of 4 games.
Wow.
They are now in third place in the AL East and in the second wild card spot, and are only a half game above the Mariners, who could overtake the Yankees. If the Yankees lose tonight and the Mariners win, the Mariners are in the second wild card spot. The Yankees are in the third wild card spot, and then the Yankees are very seriously looking at being out of the playoffs if they go in the cold streak. Okay.
If?
How
about when?
When that happens, I don't know what else to do. Now, finally, everyone else is listening to me and saying Cashman must go. And you know what? It's more than Cashman. Aaron Boone has to go. Aaron Boone has to be fired. Has to go. Guys, they've played the Red Sox something like 10 times this year. They're 2-8.
Oh, ouch.
The Yankees are 2-8 against the Boston Red Sox. I want you to understand, if George Steinbrenner was in charge, that and that alone would have gotten Aaron Boone fired. 1,000%. We would not be talking about Aaron Boone being the manager today.
No.
It's insane. After years and years of ineptitude under Cashman and Aaron Boone, the Yankees have only gotten worse. I know they made it to a World Series last year. They got lucky. Cashman got an obviously great player in Soto, and the combination of Soto and Judge hit the Yankees into the World Series. But then they let Soto walk, so they don't get credit for that, and they're right back in the toilet where they were in 2023. This organization is a disgrace. Anthony Volpe, by the way, the shortstop of the New York Yankees, He's 1 for his last 27. He leads the Major League Baseball in errors with 17. We have all of September to play. We have another week in August and all of September. This guy's made 17 errors. He has gotten substantially worse in year 3 than he was in his rookie year. I can't believe that we were hopeful about this guy in his rookie season. He has fallen off the map.
Yeah.
He got benched yesterday. Keep him there. But Aaron Boone does not have the ear of the team anymore. The whole thing of Aaron Boone is really liked by the players. The players see Aaron Boone as an older brother type. The players see Aaron Boone as this kindly friend, a friendly bartender who they can talk to their problems about. And listen, all of that is good when you're winning championships. When you're not winning championships, when you're losing all the time, when you're making base running mistakes, when you're constantly making errors in the defense thing, when you're making mental errors all over the place, then your friendly, nice guy act doesn't work. Because there's a lack of discipline. That's obvious. We all watch sports for a living.
Wow.
When the teams are undisciplined and the head coach is a nice guy, that's it. He's lost control of the team, and he's not going to get it back, and no one's accountable. And the reason why we know this is every time they talk to somebody, this is what they say. Jazz Chisholm, after the Yankees recently made 4 errors in a game, they asked Jazz Chisholm, do you still think the Yankees defense is good? He says we have an elite defense. Elite.
Maybe he doesn't know what that word means.
He can't possibly know the definition of elite.
He's just confused.
Because it's so when they're talking to the players and after the players just shit all over the field and the players don't say that to the media, they don't say, you know what? We suck today. We got to play better tomorrow. When they don't do that, but instead are like, hey, come on, we're still elite. We're the Yankees. We're the Yankees. We're the Yankees. Well, you guys, your version of the Yankees sucks. Like, you guys need to understand, there are Yankee errors that go, ooh, that was stinky poo-poo. 1990, 91, 92 for the Yankees. Stinky, stinky poo-poo. Embarrassing baseball. This is where we are. We're in stinky, stinky poo-poo territory. And that's no place to be. The early 90s Yankees, it was embarrassing, the Stump Merrill, Bucky Dent era. It was so embarrassing to be a Yankee fan. And here we are again. And nothing is changing. And Hal Steinbrenner, at this point, you know what? It's not just that he isn't his dad. I am starting to question if he doesn't care at all about baseball and if he only cares about the profits that the organization makes. Because with George, it was both. He was a brilliant businessman, which is why you got the Yankees inventing the first ever, sports team that had their own cable TV channel. The Yankees invented that. And the Yankees coming up with, starting their new stadium. And the Yankees doing a lot of innovative stuff. But at the end of the day, Steinbrenner recognized if the Yankees aren't winning, all this stuff is meaningless. Because, and here's what the ESPN morons like Jeff Passan don't understand when they criticize Yankee fans. Yankee fans complain and whine too much. You guys have won 27 championships. That's you telling me you know nothing about the New York Yankees or baseball itself. Mm-hmm. We all understand what branding is these days, right? Everyone knows what a brand is.
Yeah, when they heat up the iron and put it on your butt. And then you get to join the fraternity.
I'm talking about marketing brands, Robert, not an actual physical brand, you disgusting person.
Boy, did I get duped.
I'm talking about the New York Yankees brand from a public relations perspective thing, from a point of view, is about being the best at all times, being the number one team in North America, period. There's not not in hockey, not in football, not in basketball. There's not one team that has more championships than the Yankees who are at 27. Not the Montreal Canadiens, not the Boston Celtics, not the LA Lakers, nothing. No one. Being the Yankees is synonymous with being number one, being the best. So when you're going 16 years between championships all the time, you're not the best anymore.
That's right.
And you're actually hurting your brand.
Absolutely.
That's the point.
How about the sense of pride? I think you kind of nailed it with the Red Sox going 2-8. If you look at college football, Ryan Day has had Ohio State in the national championship game, 3 times, the playoffs every year he's been there, but he hasn't beat Michigan. And it's almost cost him his job every year. Arguably the best, most winning football coach currently coaching almost loses his job because it's a sense of pride and a rivalry. That's what the Red Sox and Yankees used to be. Pedro
100%.
Martinez throwing down an 80-year-old, manager and things like that. You got to have a sense of pride.
There is not only is there no pride with the Yankees, there's no urgency. For instance, Boone has pushed all the wrong buttons. Because they brought back Aaron Judge too early. Apparently, Aaron Judge, his shoulder is so messed up he can't throw. Well, in my opinion, you know what? He's not going to hit 60 home runs this year. The guy Cal Raleigh in the Mariners is going to win the MVP. You know what? Let's bring back Aaron Boone when he's ready. Aaron Judge when he's ready. Instead, it's like, okay, we got to, bring back Judge immediately, so let's DH him. Right now, Giancarlo Stanton can't miss. Okay? Everything he hits is hard. The guy has played 40 games this year. He has 16 home runs. He's hitting 300. The guy, he can't miss. And yet we're seeing days where Aaron Boone won't have him in the lineup because he puts Judge as DH instead of Stanton. In fact, the other day he skipped Giancarlo Stanton for 4 days in a row because he had to have Judge as the DH. It's Stanton who's your hottest hitter. So you figure out what to do with Judge. Put Judge at first base. Obviously, I want Aaron Judge in the lineup. Put him at first then. Think outside the box. But you need Stanton in the lineup every single day. He's hitting a home run every other at-bat. So then to sit Giancarlo Stanton for 4 straight days while he's this hot is insane. It's terrible baseball. And what worries me is former Yankee Clint Frazier, who because anytime someone's a redhead, people email me and they go, Dave, it's like you're playing left field. I go, I look nothing like Clint Frazier. We both have red hair. You're insulting me, I think, because I feel like he looks like a rat. Oh. But then again, some people probably think he's more attractive. So you know what? I take back my insult about Clint Frazier. Can you show what Clint Frazier looks like?
Yep, I'm pulling him up as we speak, Dave. Sorry about that.
I don't want to put the pressure on you. I was not prepared for a Clint Frazier segment. But I think that people need to discuss who's more attractive. Roy, you're on the button.
Okay, that looks nothing like you, David. He's got a mullet. And clearly dips tobacco. He's got some kind of cancerous lip developing. Okay. I'm going to say you're much more handsome, David.
Robert?
To you by a long shot, Dave.
He
tries to be a pretty boy. You kind of lean into what you have, right? You look like an adult. He wants to be a surfer.
Ew. I can't do that. I won't do it. I would like an informal poll right now of who's more attractive with the live audience. People hanging out. And by the way, to the people hanging out, I thank you for hanging out. All we ask is when we re-upload this, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whenever, p.m. today, we add a little, we add some polish, audio-wise, video-wise. All we ask is to give it a nice like and a view.
Yeah.
If you're hanging out live, we thank you. But when we republish, give the new one a click and a view, please.
Absolutely. We're the opposite of the New York Yankees right now because we got Eastside Dave as our Aaron Boone making the decisions, making the right calls. Roy's back from his surgery. We gave him enough rest. Now he's stepping up the audio game. That's inspired me to step up the visual game a little bit. So unlike the Yankees, I would say the Davey Mac Sports Program clicking on all cylinders as we head into October.
No, I think the phrase is firing on all cylinders, but I appreciate your
God, I was so fucking
impromptu-
close.
I appreciate your impromptu wrestling promo nonetheless.
Oh man.
All right, so that's. I mean, no, I can't even think about it anymore. And I just, and we're not going to play the video because I pinned the Fire That Ferret, Fire Brian Cashman song to the top of my Twitter account. But again, guys, the second I put it up there, 40 likes, a whole bunch of views. I mean, that song really is like if the Tom Brady song is Hey Jude, this song's Let It Be. I mean, Mo, I mean, they're... Oh, real quick to the internet. All right? You're
I'll keep my
upsetting
mouth
me.
shut.
No.
Oh.
The internet?
Twice in the last month, I go online, someone wants to do a nice tribute to a musician, and they ask AI to do a little video, and AI butchers it. Roy, you know what I'm talking about. You know me, Roy Harter. I play the guitar with which hand, Roy?
You're a lefty, David.
I am indeed a southpaw, so I know all the lefty guitarists and bassists in the world. Well, Roy, someone put a little video of Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, I think David Bowie, all playing guitar. They had Kurt Cobain playing right-handed, Roy.
No.
Oh. Sacrilegious, David.
Roy, I was beyond upset. And then today, only minutes before the DMSP, I'm scrolling through the Twitter, and I see a Paul McCartney, Phil Collins AI video, because I guess Phil Collins is in bad shape in the hospital.
Yeah. Not doing so well.
Okay, so this person had, wrote this weird, imaginary story of Paul McCartney went to Phil Collins' hospital and played Hey Jude for him. It was really weird that, they concocted this story. And I see the video, and guess what? Paul's playing the goddamn guitar right-handed.
Everyone knows he learned how to play guitar from watching Jimi Hendrix, who was a very famous left-handed guitar player.
No, but I mean, Jimmy, Paul McCartney, Kurt Cobain, the Black Sabbath, Iommi.
There you go.
That's your Mount Rushmore of Southpaws, I think. Do you have any other, Roy?
I'm thinking. You may have nailed it all. You got Paul in there. You got.
I
Jimmy
remember
in there?
the bassist of who's that band? Little Miss can't be wrong.
Oh, the Spin Doctors.
The bassist of the Spin Doctors was a lefty.
Wait, are we doing all instruments? Mount Rushmore?
No, I'm doing string instruments.
Okay. Thank God. Because I was going to say Eastside Dave McDonald if we were doing all instruments.
I will say this. I do play the drums left-handed, and I do know lefty drummers. I also do pay attention to that. Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers and the kid from the Hanson. The young kid from Hanson is a lefty drummer.
That's right.
Maybe just leave it. Maybe just leave it.
And a very important one, Sean O'Barry from the Davey Mac Sports Program, also left-handed southpaw drummer.
And Torpedo, which has a big gig coming up I'm supposed to promote, according to Sean O.
Sean O is trying to get me to go.
Me too.
That should have been a surprise, David. I would love to see you there. It's always a good time hanging out with you.
Well, I don't want to disappoint you guys. Going from New Jersey to Long Island, very difficult on a Thursday.
Well, you could sleep in Sean O's house. If he wants you there so bad.
That's
Did he
actually
really?
what Sean O said. He's like, this is what you should do. Get Robert to drive you, and you could stay at my house. I go, how am I getting home? Is Robert going to stay over as well?
I mean, I have a gig Friday, so that could actually work out. But if you in the audience are curious what we're talking about, Torpedo will be live at Still Partners, 225 Seaclique Avenue, Thursday, September 4th at 8 p.m.
That's the band. That's Roy and Sean O's rock band. That's no vocals, right, Roy? It's all instrumental?
All instrumental, cinematic
And it's
stuff,
original
David.
music?
Yeah. We do some covers, but they're typically old school film covers,
I'd like to hear what cover you do.
Ooh, I could tell you one of my favorites I saw them do. It was at Christmas, and they did the Charlie Brown song, but they made it their own. It was one of my favorites.
Oh, that's actually awesome. All right, what else?
Yeah. Oh my God. We do some like classical stuff that you may not expect to hear on guitar, but you'll recognize it. You're like, oh, I know that song.
I mean, what about Pink Floyd's got some instrumental tracks. Do you do any of that?
Unless it was used in a film,
They did movie. They did Obscured by Clouds is a Pink Floyd album that was a soundtrack for a movie.
That's true. We have not done any Pink Floyd yet, but that would be in line with the kind of stuff we would do.
Now,
I'd say.
You've got two. There's two really great songs on Obscured by Clouds. And one is Free For. You ever hear that?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. The memories of a man in his old age. All the deeds of a man in his. And then there's another. Come on, my friends, let's go to the hills. It's such a 70s song. It sounds great. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's called Run to the Hills or something.
No, that's Iron Maiden. But okay,
right,
go
listen.
ahead.
Can I ask a quick torpedo question? The word on the street, Roy, is we're getting a lot more piano out of you, a little less accordion. Is that true?
Yeah. I don't know why Torpedo has suddenly sabotaged this. This
Would you say it's
sports
Torpedo,
show.
the Davey Mac Sports Program?
He's a piano guy now. He's a piano man.
I play treated piano, so I'm playing piano that has like the felts on the hammers.
Ooh, I like
so
it.
It sounds it's very softer. It's a different kind of sounding piano. It's
Okay,
something
all right,
different.
all right. I'm trying to move on.
Like a Rolling Stone interview.
All right, now, Yankees Red Sox were on ESPN last night, Sunday Night Baseball. I'm pleading with Sunday Night Baseball. I tweeted it. Stop for this entire year. I think they started it last year. Maybe they mic players, give them earpieces, and they mic players when they're on the field playing baseball. Now, this actually, to me, symbolizes perfectly ESPN's disrespect for baseball. They would never do that. They would never ask Lamar Jackson, hey, can we mic you? Can we interview you? It's not being mic'd up, by the way. It's actually having the announcers interview you and you having to listen to their questions and then answer their questions when you're on the field. Can you imagine Lamar Jackson trying to, fucking call plays? And you got Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. Hey, Lamar, what's your favorite movie this year?
Wait, in the middle of the game? Come on, Dave.
Middle of the game. And they did it again last night. And again, first of all, this is what I said on my tweet, and it's the truth. Half the time, it doesn't work. Half the time, the tech doesn't work. And you have some shortstop or center fielder going, can you repeat the question? Didn't hear you. and the guy's like, what's your favorite thing to do in August? Like, they ask these baseball players the most generic questions as well. Yeah. And so the guy's like, can you ask it again? What is your favorite thing to do in August, in the summer? I guess slip and slide. And that's it. That's all he gets. And it's every single baseball player.
Riveting.
They give these guys, they get all giddy with their technology, and we're going to ask the shortstop a question live on the air, and every single baseball player gives a 1 or 2 word answer.
It'd be so much better if they asked really intense questions while they were playing. So quickly, give us your thoughts on the pro-life versus pro-choice debate.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, I think once you hit the 6-month timeline, then I think you constitutes a baby. I mean, no, that's just hold on real quick. He makes a play.
Yeah.
Throws it to the first baseman. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, 6 months. That's a baby. I'm sorry.
Why do you think a certain part of the population makes up way more percentage of the crime than they represent, as a whole of society?
But do you see my point? ESPN has basketball. They're not interviewing Steph Curry or LeBron James while they're dribbling the basketball. Hey, LeBron, what do you think about Kobe Bryant dying in a helicopter crash? This is preposterous. And so again, I tell you, it just symbolizes ESPN's complete disrespect for Major League Baseball. We know they're going to stop doing baseball games. I forget if it's next year or 2027, but they have moved on from Major League Baseball. They've made every bad decision that you can possibly make. ESPN has.
I like that last.
Yeah, Galactic Rush. Hey, Mookie Betts, how do you feel about Israel's occupation of Gaza?
Right. This is it. And it's like That would be good. They go the exact opposite and ask these guys, like, what's your favorite flavor of chewing gum? And you're like, why am I watching this?
Yeah,
and because the technology doesn't work, it takes the guy like always takes him like 3 times to ask, what's your favorite chewing gum? What's your favorite chewing gum? Can you ask again? I'm out here in the field and I can't hear. What's your favorite chewing gum? Can you ask again? I'm here. Just like, oh my God. I hate this. I hate ESPN so much. Could I tell you something else?
Yeah, please.
They
David.
just dropped a brand new app. 2025. They're dropping a new app,
An ESPN app?
which they already had,
Okay.
and they had an ESPN app, and then that was actually put as a subsection of Disney Plus. But even if you had the initial ESPN app, that's what you had. It's 2025. Are people getting new apps? I'm just throwing it out there actually as a research question.
Yeah, apps are so 2000.
I feel like in 2025, people are cutting down on apps, and like your new app doesn't like get anyone excited.
Yeah, I mean, what's the difference from the old app?
Honestly, the only difference is all of the ESPN channels that are live, you can watch live on the app. So you can watch ESPN, ESPN2, SEC Network, so on and so forth. You can watch them all. Now, let me tell you something here, folks. 2025, the ESPN app is horrible. The original app was horrible, and this brand new app is horrible. And you go to yourself, how can an app be bad in today's day and age? And what I mean by that is functionality. It takes a minimum of 3 to 5 seconds every time you want to, scroll to the next either section or just go over to the next video.
Yeah.
Like there is a listing for, let's say, Eli Manning's show. Okay. And then right next to it is Peyton Manning's show. And the white square is on Eli's show. So I just have to press right arrow just once, and then it'll go over to Peyton's show, and I can click that. So I press right arrow, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait. This is in real time. This is the waiting. Wait, wait. Is this annoying? Wait. Is this annoying? Wait. Wait. Well, I'll tell you what's annoying. Wait.
Now
this
it's annoying.
is how long you're waiting on the ESPN. And so I'm annoying you? Fine. It's because I'm getting annoyed too. And then finally, okay, after all that time, now the Peyton Manning show box lights up with the white square. Now you can press enter. But by the way, when you press enter, now you got to wait and wait and wait. And
It takes that long for the ESPN, the Chinese ESPN app to download all of your information, and, all your photos. It takes a while, David.
2025, your functionality is this bad?
Well, yeah.
Why doesn't every single app ask Netflix, just dudes, what server do you use or what do you do? Because my Netflix hasn't paused or buffered or delayed in literally years. I can watch Netflix on a television from 1962 and it wouldn't buffer. And here we are in 2025. I got a gorgeous 65-inch Samsung 4K. Thing buffers the buffer, the functionality's terrible. ESPN, you didn't do anything for this new app.
God damn, sons of bitches.
Why is ESPN such garbage lately? Why?
Do you really want to know the answer, David?
Yeah. Oh, I want to know since you said that.
No, I don't think you do, Dave.
No, I
don't
do.
think you want to know Roy's answer.
By the way,
you do either,
Roy
buddy.
Harter's
We're on
opinions-
YouTube, Roy.
Roy Harter's opinions do not represent the Davey Mac Sports Program, but Roy, please.
All right, we'll tell you this, David. It comes down to the upper management being Disney. That's really what it comes down to. It's they've ruined the whole damn thing. Simple as that.
You know what? You know what, Roy? There's a little truth in that, Roy.
It's all the truth, David. That's what it comes down to. It's they've become political, and they've politicized the network, and this is what you get.
And you know what? Let's go into this next topic. Controversy surrounded ESPN with a stupid collage. Now, in May, okay, remember in May that I showed you those two Sports Center dorks that I hate, that we've discussed multiple times here on the Davey Mac Sports Program, and I showed you those two dorks, and I said I gave in May.
Oh yeah, the boyfriend and the girlfriend.
Those guys.
Yeah.
And so in May, I go, why would you have this as an advertisement for Sports Center? Two douchebags giving each other piggyback rides. You might as well say, hey, this is the Chuck and Buck section.
What is that?
More like the suck and fuck section.
Yeah, SC, suck cock.
Well, that's what Chuck and Buck are. Goddamn, you doubled down on my fucking joke. But anyway. That's, yeah.
Sorry, David. Didn't mean to jump the gun on that one.
No, but so I gave them a collage. Show them my collage.
Yes, sir.
And I believe I just asked like Grok on Twitter. I said, can you just make some collage of famous sports people? Just like, we're not doing it. And that's perfect. You got Brady, you got Jordan. Even OJ, though, don't forget, it's not just like when Time Magazine gives Person of the Year, right? And they give it to some dictator. It's like, no, that's Hitler. The person who made the headlines. OJ, 95 and 96, led every single Sports Center. If you were around that time in 95 and 96, OJ was Sports Center. He definitely deserves to be on that collage. You have Serena Williams.
Does he have a knife?
Right. It's a good collage, right? And
I like that they put OJ, though, with his gloves on.
Yeah.
Like, we want you to know exactly what this is about. And they fit pretty well in this picture.
That's true.
If they don't fit, you must quit. But now, go to the collage that ESPN did.
Give me 1 second to pull that up, David.
And I couldn't believe it. I go,
this is like their Sgt. Pepper album cover, David?
These companies, this is their collage.
Okay.
Now, the reason why this collage is getting criticized at first was they put 11 WNBA players on this thing.
Jesus Christ.
11.
11,
Look at it front and center. Yes, that's the perfect close-up. Your eyes immediately go scroll up a little.
I see Caitlin.
There it is, front and center. Who are you seeing? You're seeing four. I'm seeing four or five women, like front and center. Yeah, you're seeing Caitlin on the side. You're seeing that girl in the middle. You're seeing the other girl, Asia Wilson. You're seeing there's Angel. I mean, look at that. Actually, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 in this picture, and this picture represents 20% of the entire collage.
Yeah, that's great, and no Mickey Mouse.
Insane.
Unbelievable.
Now, here's what bothered me. Because that was crazy, right? But you know what? You know what I found nauseating.
What's that, buddy?
I found it to be, oh my God, the most self-propagandizing bullshit. Robert, can you please go to the photograph to Exhibit C? Here's Exhibit C. Can you? Thank you.
Okay.
As Robert is zooming in on the circles, I have circled some people here.
Who's that, Obama?
That is Brian Windhorst, the tub of lard who, oh, by the way, this is important. The theme of this poster was icons.
Oh, my God.
Icons. Yeah. So they put their own obese NBA reporter who got buried by LeBron James last year and lost all his credibility. They put him on the poster. Brian Windhorst. As I wrote in the tweet, the only place Brian Windhorst is an icon is at the Great Tri-Area Pie Eating Contest.
I can't believe it, David.
Because that guy has the same face and proportions as Lardass.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly who I thought of.
And if Brian Windhorst gets a blueberry pie, watch out, because a Barforama might happen.
Now,
that's not all. Right to Brian Windhorst's left is the WNBA studio team.
Oh, come on. The interns?
The women who just do WNBA pre-games. They're icons. All of them are icons. I mean, do you see why I find this nauseating?
Oh, yeah. I actually thought that was flutzy for a second. I thought that they really
Where are the other circles? There's Stephen A. and Mike Wilbon. Again, icons. Sports icons is what we're talking about. And here's the Pat McAfee studio gang. Icons. Sports icons. Oh yeah, and there's Aikman and Buck. At least Troy Aikman's a Hall of Fame football player, but I couldn't get past that. Again, it's their ESPN Monday Night Football crew. Oh my God, the self-serving pat yourselves on the back nature of ESPN is out of control and nauseating, and this is why their ratings are in the toilet. This is it.
I don't recognize half those people.
ESPN
Lucas should fight somebody.
They have become so into the smell of their own farts. It's unbelievable.
Dave, I'm telling you, this is all politically motivated.
If you were Luka Doncic, would you fight somebody? Look at this.
I don't even.
They made him look like a Down syndrome boy with a gang tattoo on his face. Like,
who's the woman right to Luka's right?
Oh, that I thought that was the one from that Quentin Tarantino movie with the feet. The snake there. What's her name? I can't think of her fucking name.
Uma Thurman?
Not Uma Thurman. The other one, the Latino one that he had dancing with the snake and. Oh my God!
Hayek.
Thank you, David. Jesus, that's embarrassing. I can't remember Selma Hayek's name.
Yeah, actually,
look at that.
You know
Angel
what,
Reese.
Roy? You know what? Give yourself 5 points. That is a very true statement. You got to remember Selma Hayek's name.
That's yeah.
So that's all. Like I mean, ESPN. Like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? When did ESPN get like this? Honestly.
I'll tell you, when Trump became president. Fight me.
I like that Roy's carrying the energy from his opening rambles into the whole show now. You didn't like that one joke? I'll beat you up.
I know. I don't know why he's threatening so much, but I'm enjoying it. You know?
I'm feeling your passion.
Listen, when Aryans threaten people, it always makes for good TV. That's why anytime you had HBO America Undercover and it was about like an Aryan nation, I'm like, Davey Mac is in that.
Yeah, they stopped playing all those.
I'm watching.
They stopped all those awesome documentaries. All those
oh my God, those America Undercover docs were the greatest. And the Aryan Nation one, remember? There was some guy who wore like a bucket hat and was just like, he kind of reminded me of like Bradley Noel from Sublime. Because he was kind of like out of shape, but always like with his shirt off. And he's just like, we bring in young people, man. We play music, we play everything. And then we just tell them, how evil blacks and Jews are.
What we don't practice that Santeria. That's some jive shit. We ain't got no crystal balls. We got crystal knocks.
I'm gonna hunt down that America Undercover Nazi one. I'm gonna give that a watch. I probably haven't watched that in 30 years.
Or remember when they introduced you to prostitutes by their first name? I followed them around. Hunts Point, yeah.
That's why I always make the Big A Hunts Point. He kills hookers at Hunts Point jokes because he lives in the Bronx, and Hunts Point is the famous Bronx location that America Undercover went to. And to do it was like America Undercover, Hunts Point, and it was all prostitutes. But the best thing about it was they were supposed to be doing like a serious documentary. But the narrator was like, down in Hunts Point, it's going to be a hot Friday night, baby.
It was he would nominate it like a rapper, like everything was in poetry.
It was like the Midnight Rider was narrating it. Then you're like, I thought this was like a very serious, poignant documentary about like prostitution in America. It's like people are about to get it on. $10 for a hand job, $15 for a blow job.
He used to
we've
make
got
it
our next
rhyme.
big hit.
Yeah.
Why are we not doing Eastside Dave undercover at Hunts Point?
All right, let's
With the
do
Midnight
it. Let's-
Rider.
Let's return to Hunts Point.
Back in the saddle.
Now, I was thinking about it the other day. We discussed it last week, but I thought I should follow up because Cal Raleigh, Seattle Mariners catcher, now is the all-time record holder for most home runs by a Major League Baseball catcher. He hit his 48th and 49th home runs yesterday. That's the record, breaking Salvador Perez of the Royals' record of 48. So Cal Raleigh, most home runs for a catcher in baseball history with 49. And quite frankly, I mean, barring a devastating injury that's going to end his season, he's going to hit 50. He'll be the first catcher ever to hit 50 home runs. This is amazing. I mean, Yogi Berra, we're talking Piazza, who else?
Pudge Rodriguez.
Carlton Fisk, Pudge Rodriguez. None of them hit 50 home runs. Now, we discussed this last week. The only thing I don't like about Cal Raleigh is his nickname, the Big Dumper. Because he does have a large derriere.
Dominican.
He does have a rotund backside. So this, in case you're wondering, it is because of that they call him the Big Dumper. Okay? I find that to be disgusting. So I've come up with 5 alternative nicknames for Cal Raleigh.
Hell yeah.
The Big
Okay.
Dumper. Okay?
All right. Let's hear,
And
buddy.
I'll ask you guys, you can choose them. Hold on one second. I got to find them. Okay, here we go. Okay. Number 5. Cal Pog Raleigh. All right? You guys know that term, right?
Yeah.
All right. Number 2. And this is more for the hip hop community, the rap community. Cal Birthday Cake Raleigh.
Okay. I like that one.
See, I like that one too because the hip hop people, the rap people are going to be into it, but at the same time, it sounds nice. Birthday cake. Number 3, the Caboose, Cal Raleigh.
Nice ring to that one, buddy.
I like it because of the alliteration. Caboose, the Caboose, Cal Raleigh. Number 4, Thick Cheeks, Cal Raleigh.
Just there you go.
And the last one, number 5, Cal, because he's got a great ass, Raleigh. Pacino from Heat.
I like
And
that.
that's your top 5 alternative nicknames for Cal Raleigh, the Big Dumper.
Number
Are we
5
voting?
is
Galactic Wrestling says Big Cake. I like that. That's what, that was similar to my birthday cake, but yeah, I like that.
I think you should save the heat for when he hits a home run. Like that could be your home run call. Like
That could be his call, like,
Yeah.
like Bernie Williams, burn, baby, burn.
Exactly.
Cal Raleigh. 3-1 pitch to Raleigh. Oh, deep drive to left center field. She is gone. Oh, he's got a great ass. Cal Raleigh with his 50th home run of the season.
That's number 49 for Cal because he's got a great ass, Raleigh.
I like it.
Can
Now,
I ask why catchers get the worst nicknames? Like you've got him
like what?
going as the Big Dumper, right? Ivan Rodriguez, they literally called Pudge, which is like a
Pudge,
very
yeah.
offensive. We all know the nickname they gave Piazza that we're not allowed to say on YouTube anymore.
what was that?
It starts with an F.
I can think of a few that start with an F. But
It's a slur. It's a homophobic slur.
A figure?
Roy.
Yep, there it is, Roy. It was a figure.
Gotcha.
All right, I hear you.
but like, it feels like those are the only guys you give that kind of nickname to.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Is
Yeah,
it just
no.
because
No,
they're
that's true. That's true. I mean, baseball nicknames for years have been the most colorful. I love baseball nicknames. I mean, 3-fingered Brown or whatever the hell, I mean, the guy, I mean, although Bobby Ojeda, they should have probably brought the 3-finger thing too. Did you know that, Roy? The Mets bullpen guy, Bobby Ojeda, he was on a boat and he lost 2 or 3 of his fingers to a boat propeller.
Oh, Jesus. You're not supposed to touch those, David. It's danger.
I don't think he meant to do it. I think it was an accident, and
it
sliced off his finger.
You know the old saying, you swim too close to that boat motor, David, you're going to lose a finger or two.
Yeah, that old boat saying.
That old boat saying.
Oh, yeah, that old boat saying. In order to gear up for the NFL season and college football, for that matter, I'm really into. Now I'm getting the football itches because of the Yankees, because of how awful the Yankees are, and they're going nowhere. Should they even somehow miraculously make a wild card, they're going nowhere, folks. They haven't beaten any good teams. They are going nowhere, and it's all Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone's fault. But anyway, in order to get ready for the football season, I've watched 3 NFL docuseries. One was The Kingdom. This was about last year's Kansas City Chiefs team. That's available on Disney Plus or the ESPN app. The other one is Hard Knocks with the Bills. That's going on right now with the Bills training camp. That's on HBO. And then the Cowboys of the 90s documentary, Gamblers and Cowboys. That's on Netflix. And I'm going to rank them. Number 3, Hard Knocks with the Bills. Wow. Number 2, The Kingdom with the Chiefs. And number 1, Gamblers and Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys of the 90s on Netflix. And that's your ranking. Now, do you have any issues with my ranking, Robert?
No issues at all, actually. I think the Cowboys is the most tell-all. You're getting the most details, and it was probably the peak of NFL football. As far as excitement and America's team goes, so that why not get all the details?
Watching it, you realized how lucky we were that we had John Madden and Pat Summerall in the booth for all those years, and that, just like ESPN and the Sports Center anchors, sports announcers in general have become homogenized, generic, plastic factory setting robots with flesh on them, and there's no personality in any booths anymore. There's just no personality. There's a lot. That Joe Davis on Fox, no personality. Joe Buck started it. He's got no personality. It's just, no personality anymore in sports. So well,
there's one personality, and you can see him every week, either Sunday or Monday at noon, and it's Eastside Dave McDonald.
That's right.
Another wrestling promo. You see how Roy and I are stepping it up for you today?
Thank you. Now, Little League World Series champions. Congratulations to the team from Chinese Taipei, or the Chinese Taipei team, or China Taipei. China, you know what? I'm just going to say Taiwan.
Don't do that.
Congratulations.
Do not do that.
Wrong country, David.
That's going to irritate an entire country, David.
Who?
China and Taiwan.
Yeah, it's a separate country, David. You know that, right? And they're at war.
No, Taiwan is Chinese Taipei.
No, there's a big debate about that.
Well, I looked it up on Wikipedia because it says Chinese Taipei. Hold on, won their, what is it, 18th Little League World Series. And I go, that's impossible. I've just heard of this country. Oh, hold on, because I've been watching Little League World Series since I was a kid. I remember in the 80s when Taiwan seemed to win every single Little League World Series. So much so that they changed it to you can't have 2 international teams playing in the finals. You have an American team versus the international team. They actually changed those rules. Anyway, back in the 80s, it was Taiwan. And I'm like, well, then I think this is the Chinese Taipei team. So I looked it up, and that's what Wikipedia told me.
Wikipedia also says that Roy Harter's net worth is $11 million, David. So I don't know.
More importantly, whether they're the same country or not, why are we congratulating them? Fuck them. This is USA. Why are we congratulating another team for beating us?
Because we're good
Screw
sports.
those guys. No, we are not. That is not how not my United States. Trump's president now.
Well,
I think we should ban
the problem. That is the very problem. There's no more social etiquette, politeness in society, and in any way, shape, or form. Well, I don't like it. I like for society to be nice and polite So congratulations to the Chinese Taipei team. And I hope things are going well in that new country of yours, that brand new country that somehow won 18 championships. Doesn't seem possible.
No. I think we should look into their birth certificates. They have a history of this. I don't know if you heard about the Olympic gymnastics team where they were lying that all these girls were old enough to compete, but they were all like 7.
Oh my God. By the way, the team that they beat was the team from Nevada. I had the team from Honolulu going all the way from America. I had the team from Honolulu winning the American championship. I believed in them, but unfortunately they lost. Nevada won. So congratulations to the American champions, Nevada. I won't call them little choke artists for losing to Chinese Taipei in the finals. I won't do that. I'd like to, though.
It's weird. You're saying they were playing a Chinese team and they couldn't breathe all of a sudden. Wonder what caused that.
Roy?
I'm not touching that one, David. I have my moral limits.
That's when the little keys come out there to do. Yeah, all right, I like that. That's a fantastic strategy to not talk or weigh into some controversial topic. You just and then we did this story, so we have to give a follow up. Malik Beasley, who was targeted with a federal investigation for gambling on NBA games. He's a good player for the Detroit Pistons, up and coming star even. They actually, the Eastern District of New York concluded their investigation and said he's innocent. Wow. No charges will be brought upon Malik Beasley, and so now he's going to get himself a nice $40 million contract. Wow. So congratulations to Malik Beasley for that.
And I am happy that he got cleared of the investigation, but I am quite disappointed because it was funny. People would point out that his shooting percentage was higher than Angel Reese's, and they were investigating him for throwing games.
I mean, since you brought it up, because I just don't care about the WNBA anymore. You know, it's. I tried last season with that Caitlin Clark phenomenon. I tried, and now it's gotten to a cartoonish thing where it's just so silly. However, I will say this: I gotta tell you, Angel Reese, she's the worst basketball player I've ever seen in my life.
You say.
Some
David.
guy had a tweet that said, the great point forward Angel Reese, and then showed a video of her dribbling the basketball up the court. She literally dribbles the ball up to her chin.
Oh, boy.
Now, Roy, I know that. So, no, I'm not doing anything sexual that she has balls on her chin. Okay, I understood where Roy was going with it. I'm actually going with a basketball perspective, which is you keep, Roy, when you dribble a basketball, you keep that ball as low to the ground as possible. Otherwise, it becomes very stealable. Very easy for the defender to just put that hand in there and take that ball away. So the Damian Lillards and the Steph Currys and the Kyrie Irvins, they keep that ball low to the ground, dog. You dribble that ball low. When you're dribbling that ball all the way up to your it's horrendous. Again, I ask the Chicago Sky, I ask the WNBA, are they teaching fundamentals in this horrible league of yours? Because there are some things that Angel Reese does on a fundamental level, which is terrible. She's a southpaw. And when she goes into a jump shot, she never steps with her left foot. A southpaw shoots by stepping forward with your left foot, going off 2 feet, and then shooting with your left arm. A righty steps in with their right foot, goes off 2 feet, and then shoots with their right hand. She's always stepping in with her right foot and then shooting with her left hand. She's crossed up. That's why she's a terrible shooter. And now the dribbling, where she's dribbling the ball up to her, up to her face.
Like the Harlem Globetrotters, David.
These are look. Who's coaching the Chicago Sky fundamentals? Aaron Boone? Because it's it's the same thing going on with the Yankees. So I'm not judging, but it's also why I want Boone fired. Because after a while, you can't take bad fundamental sports if you're a fan. I don't know why people haven't helped out Angel Reese. I don't know why people aren't helping her become a better basketball player.
Ooh, I've got an
Her
idea.
game has so many flaws that are huge. She's a great rebounder, right? Right? Well, if you're a great offensive rebounder, you don't bring the ball down. If you're taller than everyone, you get that offensive rebound, you keep that ball high up in the air, and then you go back up with it. Every time she gets an offensive rebound, she brings the ball down to her waist. So then, even though she's 6'4" or whatever, some girl who's 5'3" can strip it. Because if you're bringing the ball down to your waist, well, you take away your height advantage. I mean, it's every fundamental thing that you can get right, Angel Reese gets wrong.
Yeah. It's almost.
But God forbid, if you point that out, oh, well, they're going to say that you have an agenda. So you know what? Let's just move on from Angel Reese and the shittiness, which is the WNBA, honestly. Finally, Notre Dame, college football, back this week. Listen, I'm still putting a lot of my eggs into the Knicks basket. I think the Knicks, again, Davey Mac's 5 teams are the Yankees, the Giants, the Knicks, Notre Dame football, and casual, since I'm in Jersey, I have to support the one pro team, the Devils, okay? And I am a Devils fan, but I'll watch every second of Devils playoff hockey. I'm not going to lie to you. I watch a few games a year on the regular season. I got a lot of sports to watch. Give me a break, all right? But I think the Knicks are actually the closest of my Davey Mac top 5 teams to a championship, but Notre Dame's right there. I mean, they got to a championship, last year, lost to Ohio State. But they're right there.
The beauty of Notre Dame is it feels like they overachieve by doing that. So it's almost like it's all bonus football for you. You know what I mean? Like you don't have that expectation you do of the Knicks or of the Yankees.
Yeah, but not this year.
Now
not
this year, I feel like that's why I'm a little concerned, Dave. I feel like we might be setting ourselves up for some difficult times.
I need one of my sports teams to win a championship soon. Life in general has been a nightmare and disaster for at least 5 years. I need a sports championship. I don't care who it comes from. You heard the teams that are eligible. It's got to be the Yankees, the Giants, the Knicks, Notre Dame football, or the Devils. I don't care. One of you. Please win for me. Please. Win for me. Win for Roy. Win for Robert. He's had a tough life. He was born 1.1 pound. Did you know that? And Roy,
I didn't.
Roy, he was only 2 inches tall when he was born.
Seems accurate.
So he's had an uphill battle to climb since birth. It's a very rare diagnosis of mini baby. And apparently there are only 3 cases per year of children who are born 1 pound, only 2 to 3 inches big. Robert was one of those kids. Okay.
Hell yeah.
And look at what he's done. All that he's accomplished. He's producing Davey Mac Sports Program, Modern Day Man with Aaron Berg and Eastside Dave, Tales from the Satellite, which we intend to do this week.
Yes, we do. We are going to be repping ready to go, baby. We got a hot episode. We got a real hot episode.
Oh, I maybe I'll talk about it more on Modern Day Man. But Roy, did you see that the Dave Man's face was on Kill Tony, the big show?
The tattoo I did see. Yes, is that the one you're talking about?
Oh yeah, that's right. It wouldn't be my face; it would be my back.
It was your back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was on Kill Tony episode 732 between an hour 18 and an hour 22 minutes in. If you want to listen to it, it was the guy, Rob White, was up there, and he was the comedian / tattoo artist who gave me the Sopranos tattoo. The thing about Rob White that I brought up, it wasn't just the Sopranos tattoo. He also gave the Giants tattoo, where he gave it Carolina blue. Oh, not Giants blue, Carolina blue.
Yeah,
so
it's
he
starting
really
to feel like he's not a great tattoo artist.
Anyway, I posted it, and he was on my face. I posted it on my Facebook. All my social media is at Eastside Dave. And I posted on the old Facebook there and got a lot of likes. He actually hit the comment section and he's like, dude, I am so sorry. He goes, I've been thinking about this my entire life.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'm so sorry. I go, dude, it was hysterical. Why are you? I go, no apologies. And even after I wrote no apologies, I'm like, dude, it's okay. He's like, thank you for being so cool about this, Dave. I have felt horrible for you. So this poor guy's been haunted by it. I've thought it's just one huge joke. I've been laughing about it for 20 years.
Maybe he knows something you don't know, David. Maybe he didn't clean the needle and then you have hepatitis C. For all you know, that's what he's sorry about.
Roy, if I have HIV, then I'm like the Magic Johnson of Irishmen because
you own all them movie theaters.
It was a long time ago. It was at least 18 years ago. But it's funny because when he was even on the Kill Tony clip, he was like, this event ruined my life. I think it ruined Eastside Dave's life. I'm like, it certainly did not, sir. It did not. You're presenting it like this is the worst moment. There were probably 100 worse things that happened to me on the radio.
Yeah.
Than this. I actually never.
Let alone your personal life.
I always thought it was funny.
I thought it was great. Before we go, Dave, speaking of your internet fame, you were ahead of a trend again, and I just want to call it out because I feel like a bunch of people are about to jump on this take. I just saw Charlemagne the God on Andrew Schultz's podcast say that in his top 5, he has Curry over LeBron James.
Yeah.
Which is a take I heard first on the Davey Mac Sports Program coming out of Eastside Dave McDonald's mouth.
Bottom line is this. Steph did it the old-fashioned way, like Bird, like Jordan, like Magic. He took a Golden State Warriors team that was nowhere, and he made that an elite franchise. LeBron had to leave Cleveland and go to Miami, chase championships. Then leave Miami, go to Cleveland, get Kyrie, chase championships. Then go to L.A., get Anthony Davis, and now Luka, and chase championships. They both have 4. But
and how about head-to-head?
But in the end, well, listen, in the NBA Finals, the Warriors are, I think they've been to 6, and Steph is 4-2. LeBron's been to 10, and he's 4-6 in the NBA Finals. So some could say, well, 10 NBA Finals appearances is better than 6. Not when you lose them.
Yeah.
When you lose them, to me, that's a negative. That says you're a choke artist.
And if anybody knows that, it's you, Dave, based on your team's performances of getting to the championship and not pulling through.
All I said was Steph is closer to a generational player than LeBron because of this. Similar to Michael Jordan, Steph innovated the game, and he did. Because no one was shooting the type of threes. No one's doing the step-back three-pointers. No one took jump shooting to the level that Steph Curry has taken it. He innovated the game. LeBron didn't innovate anything. I mean, he's an incredible player. Incredible. But tell me where LeBron James innovated something in basketball. Tell me.
I think we are.
You can't say the 6'9" point guard because Magic did that.
Yeah. The only thing he really innovated is nepotism in basketball. That's something we haven't seen before.
That's true. But that's the point, is that Steph has contributed to the game in an innovative way. They both are on 4 championships, but Steph Curry's winning percentage is a whole hell of a lot better. He's over 500. Why does LeBron James get this? Is he the GOAT over Jordan? First of all, no one's better than Jordan. But secondly, I don't think LeBron James is the best player of the 21st century. I think that belongs to Steph Curry.
I think there's another Laker who I would put on that list way before LeBron James.
I would put Kobe above LeBron as well. But see, Kobe's game to me was so patterned after Jordan.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why Steph gets a lot of extra bonus points, because he changed the game, originated a style of basketball that's being played all across America now.
Yeah,
for better
absolutely.
or worse. By the way, for better or worse, because there's a lot of players who can't shoot threes the way Steph do, but they want to do their step back 26-foot threes, and sometimes they shoot air balls, and you're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Well, it's because of Steph Curry influence. But when Steph does it, my God.
Some of those guys, you're 7 foot tall. You should probably just drive to the paint. What are you worried about breaking a nail?
Right. And you don't blame the Beatles. Like, the Beatles are innovative. You don't blame the Beatles when Herman's Hermits or other, British invasion bands that aren't nearly as good as the Beatles all come out, and you don't go, oh.
No.
I was going to try to play Something Tells Me I'm Into Something.
Something tells me I'm into something good. I look back and I'm feeling fine. And there's one thing on my mind. Last night, week and the neighborhood. Oh, yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something good. All right, that'll do it.
Hell yeah.
Roy, what are the plugs? I know Torpedo's playing this Thursday. What are the details again?
It's not this Thursday, actually. It's next Thursday, September 4th, and it's at Seacliff at a venue called
Still Partners.
Still Partners. Thank you, Robert. Still Partners.
Thursday.
It's Friday. It's a Friday night, I believe. Oh no, is it a Thursday or
It's
Friday?
Thursday,
Robert?
September 4th at 8
Thank
p.m.
Thank you, Robert. Yes.
If you're looking to get to the venue, the address is 225 Seacliff Ave, Seacliff, New York, 11579.
Roy, when you play any of these gigs, like especially with Sean O, that we plug on the air, are there ever any, Davey Mac Sports Program or, Compound fans or so on and so forth?
Absolutely, David. There's typically been one or two people for sure. Yes.
Oh, yeah. A lot of times I carry Roy's equipment, so.
Yes. Bobby's there every gig.
There's one.
Picking me up and driving me home, as a matter of fact, David.
Just did that once.
I'm still grateful, Bobby.
I'm trying to figure out how to get there Thursday. I want to see the boys back together. I'm excited about this new piano-infused torpedo. I felt a lot of the time they were really leaning on the accordion, so I think this is going to be an evolution in their sound.
Wait, so you're not doing you're not doing organ anymore? You switched to piano?
I'm doing both. Yeah. So I'm just sonically I'm putting more crayons in my crayon box, using some more colors.
I'm just going to say this because, it's back to school. There's a lot going on in the Davey Mac household. So I can't tell you that for certain I'm going to be there on September 4th. But listen, if Robert's going to drive me, Sean O's going to harbor me, and then Sean O's going to figure a way for me to go back home. It's always a possibility. But I will say this. If I ever show up to a Torpedo concert, is there a chance the Dave Man can sing a song?
Of course.
I know you guys are an instrumental band.
No. We oftentimes have guest singers, and you'd be more than welcome to join us, David. Absolutely.
And for what songs do you play with the guest singers?
Whatever you want. We could do a Pearl Jam. We could do a Doors track. We could do anything your little heart desires, David.
Pretty much if Roy's in a cover band.
1 in 5. No one here gets out alive. You get yours, baby. I get mine. Gonna get it taken high. All right, Roy. Look.
You in?
I can't say I'm in, but I'm interested. Interested.
Okay.
Got some ideas. Maybe we'll tease something out after the show.
I'm into it, David. Oh.
That will do it, gentlemen. I have things to do.
Oh.
I've hit the pool every day for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And lately, there's been a nice looking blonde lady there.
Oh.
And say about 42, 43. And I'm telling you, she looks incredibly familiar. But is that weird for a person to be like, hey, you look familiar? And is she going to think that's it? It's some sort of, come on,
I hope so.
Which it is, but not really. Because actually, I'm almost positive, like, went to grade school at some point with this person.
Well, why don't you ask her? Be like, hey, I don't mean to sound forward, but you look awfully familiar. Have we met before?
Is that how you say it, Roy?
That's how I would approach it. Yeah, I would.
I was thinking, where did you go to elementary school?
What year were you born? Nah, a little forward, David. It's
no, that's not how you open.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think...
my name is Dave. I see you around the pool a lot. Where'd you go to elementary school?
No, it's just like, hey, my name is Dave. You look awfully familiar. Have we met before? Have we gone to school together? How would I have met you? Are you a famous person?
My name is Dave. Did we go to school together? I mean,
are you
also high school? Because I went to an all male school.
Yeah.
So,
are you also rich and famous like I am? That's a good opener, David.
I would kind of lean into that. Do the old dice what he does nowadays on Instagram and just be like, "Yep, it's me, Eastside Dave McDonald. Come on over. You want a picture? Is that why you're looking? Oh, you look kind of familiar too. Have you taken a picture with me after one of my big shows before?" And then just let her point it out.
Bobby knows.
Every once in a while, I'll get that thing. The old Davey Mac. But then sometimes the thing about me is I have to always make sure that it's that, and it's not because I'm talking to myself. Because the other day I caught myself talking to myself while in the pool, and realized, the 7 or 8 people who are sitting in beach chairs around the pool were all in fact staring at me, because what I do sometimes is I get so upset at the Yankees that I have little mini rants. Because, the show's not on, and I'm like, I have to wait all the way till Monday. So instead, I'll go to the pool and just start ranting about the Yankees, unaware that this is a really scary, disturbing, and antisocial thing to do. To be in a pool, I'm saying, like, fuck Aaron Boone. And yeah. And, like, there are people in lounge chairs, like, what is wrong with that? So, again, I have to make sure that people are staring at me because of, there's Eastside Dave, and not because, I'm acting like a total fucking sociopath.
Oh, there's Eastside Dave. Yeah. I hear you, buddy. Well, either way, we'd love to see you at the gig. It'd be very nice to see you. How about you, Bobby? Anything to plug?
I would say, actually,
would you like me to put your plugs, read the plugs for you?
No, Robert, do not have Roy do the plugs for you.
No. I would just say, after you've been filled with all the raw emotion and feelings that's going to be injected to you at the Torpedo Show, September 4th at Still Partners Live, 8 p.m. The next night, I will be at the Soho Playhouse doing casket comedy to fill you with simple laughs and dick jokes. Something much simpler to kind of get you through the evening. So September 5th, Soho Playhouse. Come on out.
Well, that sounds good. By the way, Modern Day Man episode 13 was released, and another banger. Obviously, it's the hottest show online. It's the best show. It's the best new show out there. So make sure you're subscribed. YouTube at Modern Day Man Show, or that's the Instagram at Modern Day Man Show, and then Spotify, iTunes. Just plug in Modern Day Man, and it'll pop up. Oh, real quick, because Roy, you did want to talk about this, and I see a man named Navin Jart says, any thoughts on the Rajah Jackson thing? And oh my God, if you didn't see, Rajah Jackson is Rampage Jackson, the famous UFC fighter's son. So apparently he was booked at a wrestling event.
Wrestling, David. Yeah.
Wrestling. Professional wrestling. Yes. Let me specify. Professional wrestling. What I do with the IWF in North Jersey. WWE. Okay. So this was a professional wrestling type of deal. It wasn't WWE. It was like Knox something wrestling, okay? And before the event, this guy named Psycho Stu, apparently a military veteran, and who uses professional wrestling to get over his PTSD, Apparently, he thought Raja Jackson was another professional wrestler and that they were going to work an angle. And so people, because there was cameras around and people had their cell phones, so this Psycho Stu guy throws like a beer can at him. Okay? He thinks he's working an angle. And what will happen is later on at the wrestling event, Raja Jackson will do something, right? Well, later on, this guy's having a match, Psycho Stu, and Raja Jackson just enters the ring. We don't know if he was told to enter the ring or not. We really don't. He picks up Psycho Stu. He slams him down. I mean, he picks his whole body up and just boom. What do they call that? Like a fireman? Not fireman's carry, but like when you pick up the whole person, just throw them right down like a sack of potatoes. He did that so hard, Psycho Stu was knocked out, completely knocked out, unconscious.
Yeah.
And this is when this Raja Jackson goes over the line. He punched the guy 20 times in the face after he was completely knocked out, unconscious, when Raja Jackson did that wrestling move. This guy, Psycho Stu.
22 times, David.
22?
Yeah, 22 times, apparently.
That's almost as bad as putting 11 WNBA players on an ESPN collage. But, I mean, what did you think about this, Roy?
I thought it was a disgraceful display of impulse control, that's for sure. I think he should go to jail. I mean, at some point, you definitely don't want guys like this involved in professional sports. That's for sure.
No. And everyone's saying, like, the beer smash on the head, like, the people who are defending him are saying the beer smash on the head is what caused it. But even if there was no wrestling angle and a guy walked up to you and smashed a beer on your head, when he's unconscious on the ground, self-defense stops. Like, that's murder at that point.
This Raja Jackson. So there's a clip of some stupid moron wrestler. And I'm sorry. Some of these wrestlers are some of the most, just like ESPN, most self-serving people in the world. And some of them are not only self-serving, they're immoral, and they're not nearly as smart as they are. I mean, I've met some bad people. I've met a lot of good people, by the way. IWF. I've met so many great people at IWF. But there are some people that you meet and they think somehow because, they've been in professional wrestling for like 7 or 8 years, that somehow that gives them wisdom, that, that makes them more intelligent people. It doesn't at all. So this meathead goes to Raja Jackson. Hey, man, get your receipt. So in professional wrestling, it's if you get hit, punched. One time Brock Lesnar got punched accidentally by this guy, Braun Strowman, right? So a receipt is, okay, you punch me in the face for real, I'm going to punch you in the face for real. For real. Like, that's a receipt. If the guy accidentally, he takes an elbow and he hits you in the nose with it, then the wrestler's like, hey, man, you broke my nose. Next match, I'm going to get my receipt, which is I might elbow you in the nose. But that's like,
or you could just say sorry, man. I didn't mean to do it.
That is true, Roy. And by the way, more and more modern day professional wrestlers are actually doing what you just said, which is, hey, man, it was a mistake. But okay, it's an old school thing. Okay, a really old school thing to give the wrestler a receipt. But guess what? That means that then you throw a beer can back at his head.
Yeah.
You don't knock him out unconscious and punch him 22 times in the face when he's totally done. That's not a receipt.
Especially when the wrestler says after the camera's off, hey, man, I'm really sorry. I thought it was a work. I thought you were in on it. So, I mean, at that moment, you're like, hey, man, it's all good. Mistakes happen. Would have been funny. But you don't try to kill the guy. I mean, this is something, I'm telling you, there's something. I don't know if he's got some kind of CTE or, what's going on in his brain, but that is not normal behavior. Not
he's
civilized.
A moron.
Yeah.
No. I mean, that's why. This is a person who doesn't have a brain. Because, I mean, at some point, nor morality. If you see someone is out and you keep punching them, you're evil as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I think Navin J brings up a good point here, too, that it feels like the people who are throwing the event were more focused on trying to get this work, selling this work, than they were like intervening. They had cameras following the guys, everybody watching could see the whole build-up. There was no intervention.
The whole thing, felt like it's why that's why I feel blessed that I've been able to work with the IWF, because they're a local independent promotion that's just not shady. That's just not
Professional
that
is the key word.
this. Yeah, Kevin Knight runs a clean ship.
Yes,
You don't disrespect anyone. You don't pull any weirdness. You're not out there for yourself. You never go into business for yourself. But I hate to say it, a lot of independent and local wrestling leagues are not run like IWF, and as a result, you get these promoters. They're the biggest weasels on the planet. They're shady, greasy individuals, and this whole thing was gross. And Rajah Jackson should absolutely be prosecuted.
There you go. That's what I was waiting to hear, David.
All right, that'll do it.
Yes, it will.
I'd like to thank you all so much. Roy, you already gave your plugs, so I'd like you to just tell us how your day is, and quite frankly, how 2025 has treated you.
Well, 2025 has been treating me pretty well. I'm working on another project with
What
Sherwin
about all that
Sleeves.
neck business that Robert and I had to deal with?
I put that shit all behind me, buddy. That's all behind me. No
Well,
pun
Robert
intended.
and I haven't. We talk shit about you all that time. We go, remember when Roy left us for 3 months, that piece of garbage?
Yeah, remember I couldn't move my neck and I could barely talk, and it was tragic. But
And
I
now
feel-
that you're back, Robert and I are like, I think he was faking, because his neck seems just fine right now. He's not wearing a brace. He's moving his neck. I actually saw him move his neck 360 degrees like it was The Exorcist the other day.
Goddamn owl.
Yeah. I saw that.
This isn't what we were talking about earlier, though, Dave.
No. But
Roy's back, more
when we
aggressive
wrap
than
this-
ever.
Just make sure, Roy, when we wrap up, you leave the stream first. So Robert and I will hang out
We
and then
usually do.
talk about your neck.
talk shit. Yes, of
We do
course.
that.
Robert, 2025, has it been a good year thus far for you?
I would say, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there have been a lot of downs, a lot of negatives, but kind of like Roy, like I see so much potential on the horizon, and honestly, we're stuck here no matter what. So you can either be miserable or you can be happy, and I'm going to choose to be happy while I'm here.
Okay.
You know?
Stuck here, you mean stuck where? Planet
Alive.
Earth?
Alive,
Yeah.
yeah.
On Earth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got a certain amount of time here, and even if things seem like they're going bad, you're still stuck here. So you might as well find some fun along the way.
That's a good attitude. It's been a challenging year, but at the same time, when you have a swimming pool nearby, I just like to, hide in the water, like Dustin Hoffman in The Graduate. I just sink to the bottom and just sit Indian style at the bottom of the pool and just say, when I'm here, no one's going to be able to find me. And there are no collections agencies can get to me at the bottom of the pool. So
Oh dear, they're relentless, aren't they, David? Those collection agencies. Yeah, I know. Oh man, I remember those guys. Holy shit!
all right,
Man.
that will do it, gentlemen. Let's just get this out of the way. Are we just moving to Mondays at noon now, or what's the deal here? I'm okay with that because football season, then we have the next day that we can do the show and, all those games. We can recap all those games.
We can
How
certainly
about
talk
this?
about.
Let's just think about it. I don't know
Yeah,
why
we'll
I
talk about
decided
it
to
off
do
the air.
it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off the air. See what works for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's think about it. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Okay.
But I want to keep the Davey Mac Sports Program audience who joins us live. I want them to be, on the in and know, and because
course.
I'm always available Sundays or Mondays, so it's it's whatever you guys want. All right,
Typically, I am as well, David. So we can do it per week, or we can whatever. We can discuss it.
all right. Listen, guys, that'll do it. Balky Bartakamos is saying, "Why are we taking digs at him and cousin Larry?" From Perfect Strangers. I don't recall discussing Perfect Strangers at all. I really would like to end the show now, Robert.
Get out of here, Dave.
For Bobby Tamburro, Roy Harter, my name is Davey Mac. Good night, everybody.